Hey everyone, welcome back to the Jet Setting Fools channel where I share our insider tips for long-term travelers. Whether you are already traveling full-time or are just dreaming about it, packing is probably something you have spent a fair amount of time thinking about. I know it's been top of mind for us during the past decade plus of traveling, so today I'm sharing a few of our favorite packing hacks. I'm Sarah, one half of the Jet Setting Fools duo. My husband Chris and I set off to travel the world in 2014, and our packing process has been a continuous evolution. If you watched my last video, I fessed up to some of the packing mistakes that we've made in the last 12 years. You can find the link to that video in the description. But here's what we've learned. Overpacked, unorganized, and overweight bags are the nemesis of full-time travelers. They will weigh you down, slow you down, and maybe even cause a breakdown. Thankfully, we've picked up quite a few hacks for packing that make full-time travel easier and our luggage a whole lot lighter. All right, let's get right to our top tips and tricks. Hack number 1 is packing cubes. If you've been following our blog and socials, you already know how we feel about packing cubes. They are the all-stars of packing for full-time travel. But honestly, I can't imagine packing for any trip, short or long, without them. They are key to luggage organization, making it easy to pack and unpack and a breeze to find exactly what it is you're looking for. I could go on and on about the benefits of packing cubes. I've actually written an entire blog post on the subject, so I'll just share that link in the description if you have yet to embrace these little game changers. All right, hack number 2 is packing a capsule wardrobe. When traveling full-time, what you pack is all you have. So it's essential to make the most of every item you put into your bag. And that's where a capsule wardrobe can make all the difference. With a capsule wardrobe, you pack clothing basics that can be mixed and matched in a variety of ways to create a multitude of outfits. Think matching color schemes, the ability to layer, and lightweight accessories. Every top should be able to go with multiple bottoms. Plus, each shirt should be able to be layered with at least 2 other shirts. Lightweight accessories like a colorful scarf are used to shake up your look. Oh, and shoes need to be limited to just 3 pairs: sneakers, casual, and sandals. All 3 pairs of shoes need to go with all the outfits. Pulling this off can take some thought and effort, but it's worth it. On to hack number 3, multi-purpose packing gems. Why pack 2 when 1 will do? This should be the full-time travel packing mantra, but only because it's true. Multifunctional items are gold. The more uses something has, the more valuable it is. I have a black wrap that I've been traveling with since 2014, and it is the most versatile item I own. In addition to its stated purpose, I have used it as a bath towel, beach towel, picnic blanket, chunky scarf, head cover, airplane pillow, and bus seat cover, and probably a few more ways that I'm just not remembering right now. One item, multiple uses. My black tank top is another one. I of course wear it when it's hot outside or if I'm headed to a pool, but it's also my base layer when it's cold outside, and I can wear it as a pajama shirt. When deciding what to pack, items that have more than one use are highly prized. Hack number 4 is following the 1 in, 1 out rule. This is the golden rule of full-time luggage, and if you dismiss it, you'll end up carrying a bag that is far too heavy. Look, as you travel, you will no doubt buy new things, but your bag has finite space and you can only carry so much weight. So to keep the balance, implement the 1 in, 1 out rule, meaning anytime you buy something new, you need to get rid of something old. Often this takes care of itself. We usually buy new clothes or shoes to replace ones that have worn out, so tossing the old item is a no-brainer. But if we're making purchases for changing seasons or just to refresh our minimalist wardrobe, then we have tough decisions to make. Oh, and anytime we ditch items that are still wearable, we always find a place to donate them rather than throwing them away. Next up, hack number 5, keep toiletries to a minimum. When packing for full-time travels, it's tempting to pack a lot of an item that you know you will use, like shampoo or face cream or whatever. But you do not want to overpack toiletries. They are heavy and bulky, and no full-time luggage has space for that. Instead, we pack sample-sized toiletries and then just buy what we need when we arrive at a new destination. Because we typically stay in one place for at least a few weeks, it makes sense. The small amount of toiletries I carry are just to ensure I'm covered for short stopovers or weekend trips. And I keep my shampoo, conditioner, and lotion in refillable bottles so that they're easy to top up. When we first started traveling, I was so worried about toiletries, but we have never had any trouble finding whatever we need wherever we are in the world. Of course, it might not be our brand of preference, but long gone are the days that we were tied to specific brands. On to hack number 6, packing a condensed first aid kit. When packing for full-time travel, it's smart to pack a first aid kit that's stocked with a few bandages and medications for minor issues. But you don't need to pack a lot. Just like toiletries, most items for your first aid kit are readily available at pharmacies around the globe, so you really only need to pack a starter kit. I like to keep a small amount of pain relievers, cold meds, and other remedies in small travel jars or tiny baggies. That way, I have quick access to whatever I need right away, and then I can make my way to a pharmacy to buy more if needed. That said, we have had trouble finding some medications that we are just used to taking, and sometimes certain medications are only available from the pharmacist, even though they are technically over-the-counter drugs. So for anything specific, like NyQuil for example, I have written down the active ingredients or taken a screenshot of the box. That way, I can show the pharmacist exactly what I'm looking for. Even then, not all places in the world carry the same types of drugs. Some things that are so common in America, like Advil liquid gels or Pepto-Bismol, can be difficult to find abroad, even by a different brand. The same goes for certain feminine products. So if you know only a certain kind of medication or product works for you, it's really best to do a little research and then be sure to pack accordingly. Hack number 7 is packing as a team. Traveling as a couple has a few perks, one being that we don't need to pack redundant items. I carry the lotion and sunscreen, Chris packs the shaving cream and toothpaste. I carry small scissors, and Chris is in charge of shared cables. Doubling up on any of these items when traveling as a pair or a family is simply a waste of precious space. Next is hack number 8, pack packable things. For clothes, that means packing items that are lightweight, wrinkle resistant, quick drying, and durable. A lot of travelers swear by merino wool, but we prefer cotton blends. For outerwear, you want to avoid bulk and weight, so puffer jackets are perfect. They compress down to almost nothing, but will keep you warm in wintry weather. I also pack a packable rain jacket that fits over my puffer, adding another layer. Another packable that we carry is a foldable tote bag. It's something that we've used consistently for more than a decade. We use it to carry groceries, when we have to go to the laundromat, for picnics, or just as extra carry-on space. The bag itself weighs just ounces and takes up minimal space, so it's a win-win. Hack number 9 is packing useful everyday items. I have a whole list of everyday items that are useful to pack for trips. You can find a link to that list in the description. But I always carry a small stash of resealable baggies. They have endless uses, and so do rubber bands and binder clips, so I always keep some of those on hand too. Scissors are something that we bought during our first year of travel, and we are still astounded by how often those come in handy. Just bear in mind that there is a fine line between packing what is useful and packing too many just-in-case items. This is one of the blunders that I talk about in my packing mistakes video. All right, we're to the last hack, and this one is just for travel days. Packing hack number 10 is wearing your bulkiest items. A good way to make instant room in your luggage is to wear the items that take up the most space. On travel days, I always wear my trainers, as they're my bulkiest shoes. If my pack out is too tight, I wear my jeans, by far my thickest and heaviest pants, and I'll also wear multiple layers like my hoodie and my fleece. However, resorting to wearing what won't fit in my backpack is a clear sign that something has gone awry. So when we arrive at the next destination, I make time to make adjustments. And really, making adjustments as you go is so important for full-time travel packing. Your packing list isn't set in stone, but hopefully these hacks will help you get off to a great start. If you're curious about what exactly is on my packing list, stay tuned and you'll find out in my next video when I share the complete contents of my bag and what it all weighs. I'll add the link to the description when it's ready, but tap the subscribe button and turn on the alerts so that you'll get a notification when it's uploaded. All right, until next time, Travel well!